What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2024-25 Midnight Bundesliga hobby box from Topps. These dropped on the Topps UK website for £140, which is about 185 bucks or so, and are currently sitting at around the $150 to $160 mark. And this is going to be a relatively quick review, but we're going to be going over most of the different card types in the set with the rating at the end, because I know this set can be very confusing to a lot of, especially newer people in the hobby. So yeah, check out the rating at the end of the video, but let's get right into it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and really helps us grow, and helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that awesome stuff. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission as part of the eBay Partner Network. So just an FYI, look at this nice little shiny box. They almost gave it its own little parallel. Here's the front, here's the side. This is very similar packaging to the Dynasty boxes in terms of just like simple packaging. But here's the back. You can barely read anything because of all the glitter or whatever you want to call it. But let's get this box out. This is going to be a 1x7 format, just one pack per box. That is very, very tight. Okay, so this is what the box looks like without the cover on it. And we should be getting 2 to 3 base cards, 1 to 2 special inserts, and 3 autos per box. And here is the pack, plain silver. Let's set it to the side, and then you have the nice little velvet. I don't recommend touching the inside because the velvet is pretty loose from my experience. So you're gonna get a lot of velvet residue on your fingers if you do kind of try to feel what that texture is like. But yeah, here's a reference table on the screen with the odds and base parallels. And in terms of print run, I want to say they made about 1,600 cases of this product, and each case is going to have 6 boxes inside. But in terms of inserts and case hits, we are going to start off with the 2 most common ones, Nightfall and Timeless Tides, which should be like 2 to 3 per case each. And then the semi-case hit is going to be the Darkness Delights, with our first case hit being Lunar Legends. And then our multi-case hits are all going to fall in the ballpark of like 1 and 4 cases, starting off with the Dream Chasers, then After Hours, then the Nebular Knights. And not sure if they gave After Hours like a unique design for the Bundesliga. I haven't seen one yet, so this is the only image that I could find from the UFC set. It does look really cool, but the coolest one of them all, in my opinion, is going to be the rarest insert, and it is going to be the #1 chase in this set, in my opinion. It is going to be the Twilight insert, and just look at this one of Marmouche. Looks pretty cool, and of course you can get a lot of these in, like as 1-of-1s, if not higher numbered parallels as well. But in terms of auto rarity, these are going to be the most common ones up on the screen that you're going to see from these boxes, with the patch autos being 1 to 2 per case. But moment of truth, guys, let's get right into this one, see how we can do. A Twilight would be, I mean, it is the chase, so it would be amazing to actually hit one. And I'm going to set this down. First one should be a base from what I remember. We did rip one during the live stream. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? So let's just cover that one. So this is the base design. Very, very simple. I mean, it just has Nebula vibes left and right. I guess that's the whole point of this Midnight set. These are going to be like 55 point for sure. Reminds me a lot of like Obsidian stock. So they should fit in 55 point top loaders. Let's just do that test and show you guys. There we go. So we should be getting 2 base, and then our number cards should start to trickle in. Here is Shaka, Granite Shaka 4 out of 25. I forgot what these are called exactly. They're not like just like straight up colors. They should have been on the table earlier, but this one is out of 25. So I have a feeling we're going to get more than 1 number card. Maybe we're only going to get 1 base. Who knows? Let's find out together, guys. All right, here's the next card. This is going to be the highest number one, believe it or not, out of 49. This is one of the inserts, Darkness Delights. So usually you see this pattern on like foil cards. I want to call it like diamonds or whatever, but this is also still 55 point. So let's set this with Shaka over there. Let's see what else we got. So the thicknesses for a lot of these cards are all over the place, which we'll see here in a sec. Wow, what do you know? Nebular Knights, 1 in almost 4 cases. I want to say like it's exactly 1 in 3.8 or something like that, but I did not expect to get one of these. So these are actually pretty cool. I guess that means we're not going to get a Marmouche 1/1 Twilight. You only hope for so much, but all right, there we go. Cool Nebular Knights. Let's put this one over here. This one's also actually going to fit in a 55-point top loader. Let me just get one of those for this one as well. It's mainly the patch cards and the autos that are going to be thicker. So let's see what this first one is going to be. It is going to be one of the rookies, maybe not one of the Chase rookies, Adam Asnu, maybe for Bayern Munich fans, but 53 out of 149. Celestial Symphony. All right, so the back looks like it's gone through some stuff, but this is going to be one of our thicker cards, and it should fit in what it looks like to me like 100 point. I don't think I have any 100 point right now, but that's kind of what you can try to fit it in. It would be too thin for 130 point. Let's just actually test that to show you guys. If you put it in 130 point, it is going to fall in very, very quickly, and then it'll also fall out just as quickly. So 100 point, 110 point was probably going to be the best thing for this one. So last two cards, hopefully, well actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got an extra card here. That almost never happens. I guess it's a lucky box. Maybe you get an extra auto. And here is Horizon, 72 out of 75. We have Karazor, Atakan Karazor, another Bundesliga player for Stuttgart that I am not familiar with whatsoever. So I'm glad Harry Kane finally got his trophy, a dream come true. The world can be at peace now. The Tottenham curse has been lifted, but who knows if he's going to go back to EPL. We'll find out pretty soon, I guess. He's got to break Alan Shearer's record. We got to see it. All right, second Horizon, 47 out of 99. So Nnamdi Collins. So far, we haven't gotten any players that I recognize or any Chase rookies other than maybe Shaka from earlier, but there we go. We have parallels all over the place. We got, what, 25, 49, 75, 99, and then 149. And who knows what this last one's going to be. It looks like it is going to be probably one of the higher numbered ones. So 3, 2, 1. Another Horizon out of 149. Rocco Reitz. Okay, another player we recognize. So for Gladbach. There's our last one. We didn't get any thick ones. So the cards in this set can actually go up to like 180 point, 160 point, 180 point. So just kind of be prepared, especially for the patch autos. That's the thickness that is like super thick. So if you want to get any top loaders, that's kind of what you can prep for. But we did get an extra card because these are 7 cards per box. We got 4 autos. That is not common at all. Let's just do a recap. I did say earlier that I knew we were probably just going to get like 1 base. Here's 2 base, well actually 1 base parallel and then 1 insert out of 49. And then we got 4 autos here. We got 3 Horizons, which, you know, are the most common ones. So 75, 99, and then 149. We got another one out of 149. This is Celestial Symphony. And probably the best one of the box is going to be this Nebular Knights, just because of its rarity. But in terms of a rating, I'll put it up on the screen while we talk about it. But, you know, starting with the design, I'd say it's actually pretty cool, but I do feel like there's like something missing. I just can't think exactly like what it is. The inserts do feel like they're like kind of all over the place as well, so that, you know, kind of held things back in that category for the rating. But the base set size is in a good spot, and the launch price does seem a bit too much, you know, given that it is a Bundesliga product, and, you know, the closest thing we can compare this to is going to be like Topps Tier 1, so it's almost like double the price of that. But at least the card stock, you know, is really, really nice. Does have that like premium feel to it, kind of like Obsidian, like we mentioned earlier. But, you know, I'd rather everything be numbered in these than just like, you know, regular unnumbered base. Like I said, you can get like 1 or 2 or 3 unnumbered base in these. And the auto checklist honestly could use a lot of work. The good auto ratio is like much lower than industry standard, and I think like having on-card autos on a product like this, especially with the card stock that they made it out of, would have been like an incredible addition. But the rookie class, unfortunately, is pretty prospecty, but still pretty decent on a global scale. Although you probably won't be pulling like any nukes from this product, to be honest, since, you know, the biggest chase is the Twilight inserts like we mentioned earlier, and probably some like big name player, like one of ones. But if you're curious, In terms of chase rookies, I'd say like Asan Ouedraogo and John Ozun are going to be like your main guys, with maybe Dardai and Amora after that. But yeah, at the end of the day, similar vibes to Topps Tier 1 in terms of format and output, but much more expensive for some reason. But that's probably likely due to the smaller print run compared to Topps Tier 1, so I totally get it. But honestly, not sure who the target audience is for this product aside from the German population and Bundesliga fans. But that's probably the intention with this product. So fun product nonetheless, especially for Bundesliga fans. And we're gonna have to wait and see if Topps announces any other sets for this league later on this year. But just gonna keep it at that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.